A narcissist is typically created through trauma. And this is usually a trauma of abandonment or neglect from someone they look up to, like a parent. This leaves the young person feeling inferior, constantly craving love, admiration, constantly craving some form of validation for who they are, as though they exist. But because they never get it based off who they are, they learn to manipulate, they learn to lie, they learn to coerce. It could start off as something simple, like, getting a D or even a C in school and going home, Mom, I got an A. And then receiving that validation, like, oh my gosh, you're just like Mom, you're just like me, you're just like me, I'm so proud of you. You see, that's enough to get that overwhelming happy sensation, but it also causes like a strain for the young person, because they know they lied, they know it was untrue. And they don't want to go back on their lie because they're getting the fulfillment of gratitude, of love. And this is typically where narcissism starts. Toxic. So they go their lives associating love and validation with lies and manipulation. But there's always a deep-seated core wound where they know that the authenticity of what they're saying is false, it's inaccurate. So what happens is they need to protect themselves from shame. They need to protect themselves from being caught. And they start to confabulate themselves to avoid the shame of being dishonest. Confabulation, they're believing their own lies in real time. This young person may want to get a boyfriend as they hit teenage years, but they also don't feel good enough within themselves in their full authenticity. So what do? They revert back to what they know. They lie, they manipulate. They put on a mask and pretend they are somebody who they're not, but deep down inside, they're troubled, they're traumatized, and they're just a ball of trauma waiting to unleash. The mask can only hold for so long, the true colors show, they're still that 6-year-old chucking a tantrum. This puts a narcissist in an extremely dangerous position where they are about to be exposed for who they truly are. So what they do is they, deflect the blame immediately and they play victim. This person was abusive. This person was the one who attacked me. This person was not who they say they are. And they do everything they can to defame the character of the person that they were actually abusive towards, to deflect the accountability of being horrible. And one thing you got to remember is a narcissist has been doing this since their childhood. They are professionals. They get away with it. Evidently, they become adults. And they are now adults through lies, manipulation, coercion, gaslighting. Their true authentic self is still trapped deep down inside of them as a young person screaming, why doesn't anyone love me? And then what they do is they project this pain onto you as a supply. Because a narcissist needs admiration, they need validation. You are the supply. But a narcissist can't love the way normal people love. They love people for what can be delivered to them. You're like a brand new car. You're shiny, you're new. They like to drive around with you and keep you clean and nice and good looking. But you know what? Even cars get outdated, and then they may drive past a nice new shop with a newer model with more features. And guess what? The old car's redundant, right? That is you when you are in a relationship with a narcissist, because they don't know, nor have they ever learned true and authentic love. They don't know what it's like to be in love. They don't know what it's like to cherish someone for who they are, not what they have. Unfortunately, they don't change, because this is a culture of theirs. So if you think someone is too good to be true, chances are your intuition's right. They're too good to be true, and it's all a mask and it's all a facade, and you may just be meeting the most evil and most cruelest person you could ever possibly bump into in your entire life. Stay safe. Follow me for more.